Hello there, this is Christian again, back in my computer and Fusion 360. This is a response to a question on the Facebook group, the Fusion 360 user group, on putting text on a chamfer. I have done an earlier video of this that has some flaws in the workflow, and I might make a new video and put the new workflow, everything together in one video. So this is going to be execution of a workflow. As a small warning to you beginners, this is not a beginner or tool tutorial. You need to know a bit about how Fusion works and where you find the tools and how you do selections and stuff like that and how constraints and construction planes work. I will not explain every step on things like that, and my phone is starting to make noises. Anyway, this video might get removed and put together in a bit larger video. So let's go down to the workflow. We want to put text nicely on a chamfered cone. So we're going to use a text on path. We can do it in a sketch. I'm going to use emboss to put it on here. So this only works for nice real cones. It doesn't work for spline surface and stuff like that. Sorry about that, but I don't know how to do that right now. There are workarounds, but this is focused on a straight real cone. So we're going to remove this very beautiful thing. Was probably a wrong spell, but get rid of that. And I have here something that is a cone. I have just created a cylinder and chamfer the edge, so that's not the interesting part. And one thing about the workflow is supposed to work on any cone. So let's do this. This is done. Now let's start creating the text. First thing, construction plane, tangent plane. I'm blind. Tangent plane. And we select the cone face, this cone part here, somewhere. The workflow is designed to line up the text with the center point of the sketch plane. So you can now, if you want to put the text somewhere else, you need to spin it in the correct direction. I'm going to do it on the 0, like that. You can do it any way you want. If we put them in service, I'm going to be inside cone text. Spin it around. We can create a sketch on our new beautiful plane. And we will start doing some projections. I hit P on the keyboard. I'm going to start now with the outer circle of the cone. This is the cone shape here, so I'm going to select this here. And as we are projecting a circle on an angle plane, we're going to get an ellipse. And I will do a line from somewhere here, horizontally, straight over, and then coincident line to midpoint. Our sketch is fully constrained. I'm going to make a full selection and turn it into construction because I want to avoid profiles. That was number 1. We're going to do another projection. Now we're going to select the other circle, the inner one here, like that. Hide our body again. Do a line again, horizontal line, like that. Make it coincident to the center point of the ellipse. If I can hit things correctly, sorry. Coincident line to midpoint, line and midpoint. Thank you. Fully constrained. Mark everything. Make it construction geometry. We're getting somewhere. Now we made the projections we need. Now we're going to try to find our center point for our arc. We're going to put a text on. We do a line. Start out here. Somewhere. Sorry, I want construction geometry. Somewhere out here to this point here. Coincident. Of course, to the other point we have here, this line here and here. And by that, you have a way to do it. Now it's fully constrained, fully defined. Still no dimensions used. I like this. We're going to do a line from here. I'm just going to make it straight up until we hit our ellipse. And let's see if I got everything. Nope. We're going to make an arc. Oh, sorry, I can't spell. Arc. I'm going to use center point arc. I'm just going to put the center somewhere here. Make an arc like that and use the midpoint constraint. Select the arc, and very important to not select the line. Select the point out here, and we make a coincident the center point of arc to here. Everything is constraint defined except the angle of this. You can use geometry to find how far we need if you're going to do a full revolution of a circle or stuff like that. Now, just for convenience now, I'm just going to use a coincident between this point and the line here to get locked in. As we have midpoint here, both sides are going to get locked, so it can't move around. We have a fully defined sketch. You cannot make a full circle because I'm going to put the text on the center of this arc, so that's why I'm using an arc. You can do a circle too, but It's a bit harder, as I said earlier. The workflow is aimed at putting the text centered around this line which you have here. So that's our arc we're gonna have. Now we're gonna make the arc we're gonna put our text on. You can do it directly. I just prefer this way. So you're gonna use an offset of this line and pull it inward. Of course, we can do a flip like that. Yeah, flip. I like and only put some minus in front. We're gonna now decide the bottom of our text. So we're gonna have it feel like minus, yeah, minus 6.5. This is the only dimension I'm going to use. This is the offset where text on this. And now I'm going to select this arc I just created and right click and select text on path. And let's do hello. Can I spell? World. Like this video. And the text is upside down. I don't like text upside down. So now we're going to use Fusion. Does not have that many text tools, but we can do some flipping. I think it's this one. Yeah, that's one. The text is on the wrong side of the line, so we're going to do placement change here and get the outside. And the text is all too big. I think we need 4.5. Yeah, that can work. And now we do alignment. It got to the left side. I want it center aligned, so it puts in the middle of anything. Does it look? The thing I can now have a check here is that these two lines are the edges of the arc we have. So does the text look nicely centered? That's good enough. We're gonna do some more text. Like that. So I put my name there too. Yeah, I'm gonna be pleased with that. Hit OK and finish sketch. We've done what we need. We're going to turn on our body and we're going to use emboss. Emboss tool. Sketch profile, our beautiful text. Faces. This inside now, because we want to put it on. Wait for Fusion to think. This is semi-half rate. It normally works. Of course, there are some fonts it won't like. As usual, you can try to explode the text, but then you have to select individual lines and stuff like that. So try to find a font that works with Fusion's emboss tool. Let's do it. Yeah, we can do an emboss or the boss and stuff like that. We do the 1mm, and I'm pleased with that. I hit the OK button. Wait for Fusion to think a bit. And I'm going to hide the sketch. And by doing that, look at it from the top like that. We have text nicely placed around the cone. To my knowledge, it should be centered the whole way. I think I'm doing this geometry correctly. Or at least good enough, so we get text nicely around. Of course, the text tools are not perfect. There are some problems with distance between some letters, but it depends on the size. If you're going to 3D printer, what you can do with it, so it might not be totally visible. So this is in my workflow for this. I hope this can be useful for you, and leave a comment if you want to ask something. And if you think I'm working too fast, I'm sorry. This is my slow work speed. Take care, see you around, and goodbye.